catalyst for change with the chance to thrive. Crystal is the one to stir up gifts and save lives. You get exposure, promotion, and marketing too. And advertise for business owners just like you. On Storytime, your interview is global. Virtual or in person, just come on the show. Yo, your story matters. Crystals will open the door. 40 years of experience, ready to give you more on Storytime. Get ready for Storytime. Hey, come on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to Storytime.
Hello. It's your girl, Lene. So we got poets tonight. Y'all don't even know. We have 3 bomb poets that we're bringing to y'all. I hope y'all ready. Miss Crystal, come on and join me so we can get this party started.
All right, let me get my girl Lene up here. Lene, hi, how are you? Welcome back. How's it going? Listen, come on up here. Talk to us about what we are about to do with this cipher. Welcome back to season 2.
So we brought and thank y'all for your patience. Thank y'all for coming back. Thank you y'all for being with us tonight. So we have 3 female poets that are coming in. They're more than poets, y'all. They're artists. They're dancers. They're nail technicians. They're all so many things. But we're gonna get to know them tonight. We're gonna hear their poetry, and we're even gonna have our traditional cipher at the end. Y'all know we cannot forget that. We have to do it. So yes, just enjoy yourselves, get to know these poets, and make sure out of anything you follow, like, and share. Anything that resonates with you, tag, because we want to promote and send this out to the world of how amazing these poets are. So stay tuned.
And guess what? I have a surprise for you. I remember when we first started that. Do you remember when we first started? And I remember when I first brought you up and I asked you, Lene, what is this all about? What are we doing? And I think I have a clip just for those, just to take it back down memory lane. Let me check. And I remember when we did this, and I was like, oh my goodness. Let me see.
Oh my goodness.
Doing here tonight.
So we are here, as every time that we come here, we are here to basically understand, get to know, and empathize and feel these poets in the community. It's hard sometimes to be a poet because we got to go through some real rough stuff just to get y'all to with us or really resonate. So we want to get to know the poet's story, what they had to go through to get to this point, what made poetry be such a blanket to them throughout their life. And we want to promote as well, too, because it's hard out here. All right. It's hard for a poet, for a creative. So we want to promote as much as we can. We want to sit there and just introduce as many bit of culture to the world when it comes to poetry and these poets. So we do this for the love of poetry.
For the love of poetry. Doing here tonight.
So we are here as every time that we come here.
It's a testament.
That was beautiful. Oh, I think your sound went out.
Real rough stuff. Rough stuff. Now, I did that intentionally because of how everything started out, as an encouragement to say that life happens and it is rough stuff. I mean, and because we are working with poets like you guys, it's a good way for people to understand it is a testament to life. Because in life, we have ups, we have downs, we have trials and tribulations, but you still have to keep going. So for those of you who were waiting on us to get in here, it's real. It's real. All right. So Lene, talk to me about who you have today. Who are these 3 young ladies that you see? I saw them. I saw a picture. Let me see. I want to say a special thanks to
yes, look at them.
Padlock Poet and Dark Art Impact. Talk to me about how you met these ladies and why you chose these 3.
So
Conqueror, she's also known as Mant, Mant. I had an event that I was doing on in person and everything, and she hit me up, was like, "So is this live?" And I told her, I was like, "I'm not this one, but there'll be other ones." And as soon as we came up the dates and everything, she's the first person I thought of that I had encountered online to bring into this, because she already asked, she already knew what she wanted, and I watched her work on her page, and she was dope. I was like, "We need her." Padlock, I met in person through actually going to an event and performing, and the poetry, the vibe, and everything resonated so well. Like I had to come talk to her and say hi, and then we just started conversing from there. And I fell in love with her hair. Honestly, I love her hair. And then we just started talking from there. And then come to find out she's a poet, I started looking at her page, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And Dark Art Empath, I've known for a while now, and ever since I've met her, it's been nothing but vibes, laughter, and good times. And we have kept that consistent throughout this time. So I definitely want her to be on here too. And we have so many characteristics and beautiful blessings that each one of these poets will bring to us tonight. So I'm so excited at this mixture of just loveliness tonight. So
all right,
thank
ladies and
y'all.
gentlemen. Well, we're gonna bring them to the stage. Ladies, you are on stage, so get ready, get ready, get ready, because the picture goes away. You are on camera. Here we go. Ladies, welcome. Yay! I see you there. How y'all doing today?
Hello, hello.
Hi, hello.
Wow,
Doing
this is
amazing.
amazing. So, Lene, who you want to introduce first?
So who I would like to introduce first is going to be Mant, Conqueror.
Wow,
Yes, ma'am.
it's so nice to meet you, man. How are you? Tell the world, who is Mant?
Well, to start off, I am a creative. I love all things art. So, of course, I love poetry. I love writing. I am a mother of three, and I have a bonus child too. I consider him mine too. So I'm a mother of four. And I'm a creative. My passion is dentistry. I love everything teeth too. And I'm just a go getter. Like whatever I want, I'm going to get. So that's
Awesome.
me.
Let me ask you a question. Are you working off a headphones, or do you have another device? Because I'm still hearing an echo. I want to make sure we get rid of that echo when you're doing it. I definitely don't want to have that. So see if we can figure that out. And then
No, I'm just on my laptop.
okay. Lene, who do we have next?
And then we got Padlock Poet. Padlock Poet.
Padlock. Coming to the
Hello.
stage. Padlock. Hi.
Yes.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, good. So tell the world, who is Caroline, aka Padlock Poet?
Well, I'm also a creative. I like to dibble and dabble. I have a tendency to kind of jump from hobby to hobby. I've been drawing since I was a little kid, and I started writing poetry when I was really little too. It started out more like song lyrics, kind of like rhyming a lot. But it's just, I've kept kind of like a diary through my life through writing poetry. And at times in life, I've kind of stepped away from it. And I'm grateful that I met Lene when I did, because I've really stepped away from a lot of my creative endeavors. So this is kind of like my cliff dive, jumping back into everything, because I just want to fall in love with all my creativity again. I also make music. I play violin and guitar, and I make beats. And I like to draw, and anything creative, I'll give a try. I just started getting into painting too, which is amazing. But I just think it's super important to live wholeheartedly and to use the opportunity and the gift that we're given to create to the fullest, and kind of make the most of life through our creation.
Wow. Lene, she played the guitar and the violin, Lene. Oh, you hit the jackpot this time. You hit the jackpot. How'd you find her?
I told you I met her in person, and it was honestly, it was just, I seen her hair, I gave her a compliment, said, "I love your hair," and then we started talking from there. It was oh my goodness. And then ever since then, I've been looking at her page and seeing her artwork. She makes beats, and she makes the videos so where you see how she makes it, you don't just see the artwork. And she does hula hooping, she dances, like she's just a whole bucket of just interest. I don't know how to say it. Interestingness. There you go. Tongue
Interestingness.
tied.
Interesting.
There you
All
go.
right.
I don't know. I don't know.
Wow.
I'm
And tell
blushing
me
talking
about,
about her.
wow, tell me about the third young lady you have, Miss
Oh
Chrissy.
yes. So we have dark art empath. We had to save the season for last, y'all. Y'all got to make sure y'all put the season at the last. So
Oh,
yes, this woman here is not only a mental health advocate, she is a person that lives through her testimony. She has been through a lot and she has worked through a lot. She has I mean, y'all, once y'all get to know her, you'll see it basically. She is somebody that has took the struggle, reversed it, put it into healing, and then put it towards the world, and still smiles and still has a lot of stuff going in the background, but still takes time for herself and smiles for others. Like, she's a mom, she's an artist. She's just a whole bottle of fun too, just on the side. Besides all the artistry, she's a whole bottle of fun. She will have you laughing the entire time. But she is definitely one of the close poets that I've known for a while, and I dearly love her. So, y'all, welcome.
wow. What an introduction. And we seeing the smile for ourselves. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Miss Chrissy.
Hi, I know quite an introduction. Thank you so much. Hi guys, I'm Chrissy Skeets. I'm a mom. Uh, I'm quite a lot of things. I wear a lot of hats. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a poet. I'm now an author. I'm an advocate, drug recovery, counseling also, and teaching is like currently what I'm into. For the most part, I'm just trying to be the best of an example I guess I can be. That's where I'm at. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for having me. It is such a pleasure. My heart is just filled, honestly, with gratitude. I can't even begin to describe what an honor and pleasure it is to just be such a in the presence of just such powerful, smart, articulate women. So thank you, first and foremost, for having me today. As really what I can say is like I'm just so grateful just to be, in the presence of all of you. Like you said, we always had a really great time together. It's always fun and laughs and great energy. But really, I just wanted to come on the show today because I wanted to advocate, like always, for not only mental health but domestic violence as well. I just came out with a book and also sharing about child sexual abuse. There's a lot of people right now in the industry coming forward, and we're really seeing like a different rhetoric right now. And the change actually has a lot of people. We see a lot of artists that were abused. Just a lot of stuff in the headlines and going on around with everybody. I think that as a collective, we're all really moving on a path of healing. And me myself personally, through my own journey of cathartic expression, is really where I found a lot of healing. I was diagnosed ADHD, CPTSD, and PTSD. And I've suffered a lot of different traumas. But I would like to really be a strong advocate for child trafficking and sexual abuse. And that's where I wanted to come on today and share my book. You can get it at Amazon and also on Kindle. It's called Get Over It. It's from me, but it's basically a memoir. I really want to say collectively like 6 years it's been, and it's like, wow, it's been that long with a pen. Yes, it's been that long with a pen. Like we've been in the shits for 6 years now, my guys. That's the way I see it. But you know what a blessing. Took me 2 years. I have ADHD. Sometimes it's not, not everybody has the same problems, but I have a little problem with the computer. So it did take me longer than others. But you know what? Like anything else, we must pursue and pursue. And honestly, I get a froggy in my throat because I'm elated, touched, and just excuse me, but I'm just so fucking proud of myself that I accomplished this and finished it. Because it took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. It's to me. It took a long time, and it was a long time for coming. And I'm just super grateful to me because I sat in a shelter finishing this book, fighting bitches in a shelter. Yes, this is true. And, sometimes you just got to be honest. And, I went through a lot of shit with my daughter by my side. And it took my soul to finish this book. And yeah, it's powerful. And I hope the message inside is just as much as powerful as the passion that's inside of me that was put in it. So I hope you guys get a book, even if you don't want to get a Kindle, even if you don't want to listen to it. I'm going to start doing I want to start doing lives here and there because I want to like pick apart each book. It's almost like sometimes poetry, I feel like it's almost like when you look at Bible scriptures, you know what I'm saying, certain poets, they leave certain messages and certain words and certain things. So I like to pick things apart just like I would at the Bible. When you pick the Bible with the scriptures, each one is so intricate in its meaning and sentiment. So I'd like to do that. Yeah, I'd like to do that and reach out to people the same. And I want to also reach out to everybody and anybody, who has, whether it's drug addiction, suicidal ideations, depression, mental illness, imposter syndrome, you name it, we claim it, borderlines, like, like,
Okay,
like everybody's welcome. And, like, I'm going to just be honest. I'm going to leave it at that. Is like, when I started this, I started with Pretty Little Empath Rights. Why? Because I was afraid to be my dark self, and dark art empath was really like, it was like an alter ego of the anti-hero in me where I could, not have to smile every day. Because if you know me or you see me, I show up and everyone's like, oh, you're such a white light, so I never really have that dark about me. It's weird. But it's like, it gave me an outlet to really channel like my depression and a lot that I was going through to be able to heal where I couldn't even figure out half the fragments of the trauma for myself. And that's really what I wanted to get at for children. Sometimes children experience trauma that's so heavy that their brain blocks it. Yeah. And that's what I think cathartic expression should really be put at a forefront for people that are experiencing trauma. Like, you could really sit down with yourself and write. You too are a poet. So I just want to let people know that.
Well, we appreciate that. We appreciate that. We could tell that you definitely have a lot to share. So that's a good thing. And then you put it all in writing. So I can imagine how in depth that is. So Lene, you always have something up your sleeve when you gather these poets together. And I'm sure the other ones have merchandise and products that they're going to share with us as well. But hold those to the end. So we'll make sure we get those on the end. That way we can go ahead and get through the different sessions that Lene has planned, because I know she got something cooking over there. What you have cooking, girl? What you got cooking?
All right, so we're going to get this rolling because we did start off late, y'all, and thank y'all for coming in. I appreciate y'all and being patient with us. Technical difficulties, the older ones do need help too. So we're going to get this rolling. We're going to put y'all back in the backstage, and we just going to start the round one. So get y'all first poem ready, and we're going to get to know these poets, y'all. So, Miss Crystal, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling curious. I got a feeling that they're gonna be telling us some stuff. So I'm gonna put myself backstage and let you tell us what we got going.
Alrighty, y'all. So thank y'all again. It's your girl Lene. So we're going to get into round one, and each poet has picked a poem that expresses how they are, expresses them completely. It expresses something of a message or a purpose that they want you to know. So really take time to listen, and if you feel it, put in the comments. Make sure you follow. So the first poet we're going to bring up, because I want to hear more. Let me hear Miss Mant, aka Conqueror. Bring it on up. Bring it on up. And make sure y'all share. Alrighty, Miss T, are you ready?
I am ready. I'm ready to jump right in.
Alrighty, so you got the floor. Let them know what you got.
Okay, this poem is called God Intercepted. So I don't remember any of my poem. I don't memorize them. I write and then I just put it to the side. It's done. So I'm reading this. Here we go. God Intercepted. The certainty I had with deciding to love that for too long, I'm glad God intercepted. I needed that fresh start, and I needed it without you. Rebirth, no contraceptive, clear mind, pure heart, back to me, full soul, in this strong ass body. See, I took it all and wore it on my sleeve like a badge of honor. I showed you a little much too love. I overstepped my own boundaries, lack of real love displayed on her, and I thought it was real because you're that fake. I first-handedly understand why people stay believing your manipulative ass till this day. All the wounds I thought you helped heal, a disagreement opened them down to the white meat. I feel like a slave and didn't even realize that from how you treat me. Worn down, just mentally beaten and physically. But you always healed me though, convenient D. All those poetic sweet words always reeled me close. What they call that? Wit? Yeah, that was me. Slave to loving you stupidly. Big joke. Wonder why in our arguments I had some good shit on the tongue, but choked heavily. Your hands now can't ever get close to me. My life is mine, and all them threats you spewed out and all them acts you like to repeat. Then you want to play victim when someone sees you all on me in the middle of the street and calls the police. That last time, tough guy, was your last time. You was never for me. I'm back and I'm fine. I know you see. I smile with all my teeth. All that shit talk I have for you, you wish I would be missing some. Decrepit, dumb, never would be me. But you knew that though. I let you get too close. You almost changed my character and had me losing hope. I'm too smart for you. I was always helping a fool, but you knew that too. So focused on adding the blue to my black by stabbing me in the back, but I finally caught your moves. I was being too nice, all while the devil got your heart and mind wrapped in two. You were at your best thinking I would fall for you, but God intercepted. So here's to growth, here's to change, and cheers to a renewed me, all for truly forgiving you. Poem.
Wait a minute. So you just gonna jump in like that? You just gonna just cinch the whole place up automatically? See, this is why, y'all. I told y'all. She said I overstepped my own boundaries. Oh my, that's how you tell somebody off. I need that on a card. So just in case, not even tell somebody off. That's how you teach somebody in that moment what you're not right for me about. That's how you teach somebody, look, we tried, but you are not for me at all. And this and this and this is why. That was perfect communication. That was emotion in it as well too. And that was truth. Like, nah, I thought this was true because you was real fake.
Yeah.
No.
So fake.
Okay, I'm done. Because that had me over here like, I had the stank face on and everything. I hope y'all didn't see it. If y'all did, y'all know why.
Thank you. Thank you.
I heard you when you said the last time is the last time. Pretty much.
That's it. Time. That was it. That was enough.
No more chances.
That's my own boundaries.
All right, Lene, who we got next? Okay, man. Okay, thank you so much for that first one.
Thank you.
Alrighty. So we're gonna bring up Padlock. And y'all, we're gonna mix it up too. So don't think y'all just gonna know when it's time for a poet to come up. Y'all gonna mix it up. So y'all just be ready. But Padlock, she's about to bring y'all the emotion. She about to bring y'all the truth. She about to bring y'all the spiritualness and the rawness. So Padlock, you got the flow. Let them know what you got.
All right, I gotta let my heart stop pounding. Man got me worked up. All right, so I kind of like write like Mant says she does. Like I write and then I usually don't revisit things. So this is my first time actually ever reading any of my poetry out loud. So forgive me if my cadence is a little funny or if I like enunciate a little oddly. All right. My poems also don't have titles. I just do dates. So I wrote this one on May 15th last year. She is the portrait sung of baptisms and bombshells, tortured lungs and love spells, grasps that gasps, prisons, cataclysms, and calm hells. Her skull it rings a struck bell, head tucked encased in seashells, where fucked her bucket still hung in a filled will well. Below sea line incurred in the current, a deluge of dismay, where views display the explosive way her pieces stray. And her piece astray. In fingers reach she is branches, crowning the tree line, a search party for surface. Tension broken mid-flight, a bark greater for its bite. Taken from the sky, the kind of trap to the eye, and innocence and little eyes. The blood tapped from the vine, the skin and the blush, but rhapsodized. With each pore, she grows more fine.
What? Wait a minute. Wait. I feel like that's one of them poems where you have to hear like at least 2 to 3 times because there's so many lines in there. There was one line you said, struck bell, you were referring to her head.
Mm-hmm.
That one struck me like that. You paint, you literally are an artist where you paint as well as when you write, when you actually paint, and when you do music. You're one of those people that you illustrate the whole way there. Like I've never heard some of these words, so to me I'm like, my imagination is going crazy. So but I love how you tell the whole story, but you also tell the depth of it though. That's what I love about it. Whew. Honey.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm blushing so hard. So did you want me to read it again?
So we're gonna go to the next poem, but we're gonna get to know you a little bit later. But thank you for that. That was dope. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Y'all make sure y'all go follow each person that's on here. You see that? Did you hear that poem? I know y'all heard that. You heard man come up first. So what you think is gonna come out after this? Yeah. Yes. All righty. So we're gonna keep going with the fire. We're gonna keep bringing this that heat. All right. So we're gonna bring up Dark Art Empath. And shout out to everybody that's in the room. Miss Lavina. Hello. And Narrate Ink. Y'all make sure y'all follow each other in the comments too. All right. There's nothing I really need to say for this poem right now. There's nothing I need to say because she's about to teach y'all. She's about to give it to y'all. So what should I do? I'm just gonna go in the background. I'm going to background. It's Dark Art.
Someone just fade away. Okay, well, this poem is called Dusk of Mare. Black morning coffee, touch and fondle, leave me lonely, take what you need. Sunrise, unstable circadian, rhythm, restless thoughts, sleepy eyes, empty are you, drained me, rhythmic breath, sunrise. I start the day empty, clenched sheets, tears of shame. You walk fulfilled, taking pieces of me with you. Sucks my soul yet again. Shadow remains at dusk. Close the curtain, sunrise. 4 walls of darkness. Dysphoria, I aim to please at my own demise. Incubus, whatever makes you whole. Narcissist, I never mattered anyway.
I'm watching this, so I'm like listening to you and I'm watching this on my phone at the same time. Ma'am, you just pull on heartstrings, emotions, like I never mattered anyways.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. You took the words out of my mouth. I never mattered anyway.
The rough reality that you bring.
That's a heavy statement right there. You know how many people probably feel that way?
Yeah.
You know, so that's good. That's what I love. You know, I'm not a poet, so that's what I love about this. I have a different perspective, and what you guys do is you open us up. And I'm just gonna go to the comments for a minute so y'all can hear what some of these people are saying. Reggie said, "Fire, Reggie the tree." Hey, Reggie. All right, and Enamored Ink said, "Beautiful work." Okay, Snowmo is putting it out there. Enamored Ink said, "Wow," you know. And keep coming, y'all. That's it. So excellent job for all of you. All of you gave us something to think about for sure. And that's just round one, y'all. That's just round one. So I can't wait to hear what they have next. That's just round one.
I gotta keep my hat on. I gotta make sure because y'all.
I gotta keep my wig on.
Round one, and they came and they got it for us. They bring us up in here. Round one. How y'all feeling?
Not quite as nervous now. I'm a bit shy, so like I said, this is out there for me, but it feels good now that I'm like doing it.
Oh, that's wonderful. And as you should feel comfortable. Like y'all got me sweating over here. Let's be real. Y'all got me sweating over here with the poetry. Like it is not a game. I'm so thankful that y'all came in, and each poem was you. It was you, how you express yourself, either how you feel, how you experience something, but it says specifically you. So I love that you guys embodied that and you expressed it, even with your delivery. It was passion. It was a little bit hurt. It was a little bit of like, ugh, you're not gonna try me, brother. You're not. And it was everything we need to hear. So we're gonna kick it to the next round, and then we're gonna keep this going because y'all can't just be leaving me on the cliffhanger like this. Y'all gotta give me more. I need more.
Okay. So who we coming to next for the who's gonna give it to us first?
We're gonna mix it up. Let's bring up Padlock. Come on up.
Okay. All right, it's on you. All eyes on you.
All right.
Yes,
This
yes,
one's
yes.
a bit shorter. I like read a lot of Emily Dickinson growing up, and it's like kind of like I liked those like short kind of poems. So sometimes I do like shorter and punchier ones. This is like it's not too long, but all right. Branches bent, petals unfurled, welled up from a water world. Roots dissect, dancing blind, while far below the earth's teeth grind. As seconds labor and minutes deliver, your time is but a tiny sliver. Born from flaw the fruits of earth, hold every precious moment's worth. We're of this gift, and of this curse, we're all of the universe.
Okay.
Yes. I feel like in your poetry, you speak not only just truth, but you also speak a lot of affirmations in your poems. But it's kind of like the best way I can say is like spiritual incantations at the same time, how you present your poetry. And I like it because it's not something you just read and you're like, this person went through it. You can relate to it. Like you pull people into your poetry with your descriptions and your details. So I love it. I love that one.
Thank you so much.
I want to ask the other poets, because I saw how she says she's writing like she casted a spell. What y'all think about that? What you think about that, man?
I was like, ooh, do I need my sage? I was like, wait a minute.
It's all good magic. Don't worry, baby.
But I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
What do you have to say to her? She said this is the first time she's saying her poetry out loud.
And you're doing a phenomenal job. So kudos to you. Pat yourself on the back. Snap it up. You're doing wonderfully.
It's ladies with their energy that inspire me, though. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. I'm glad I could do that.
And Chrissy, what would you say to her, being as though this is her first time saying her poem out loud?
I think that's amazing. And I would just say that you do what instinctually feels great to you, and don't worry about anything else for anybody else. It's about how you feel.
Thank you. I'm trying to live that way. I've definitely been way too caught up in the thoughts and feelings of others in the past. So I'm trying to learn to live for me.
When I started out, everybody thought even my own son told me, he's 23. He said, "Ma, your poetry's so depressing. No one's gonna like that." And it wasn't a thing. And then after COVID, being depressed was where it was at. It was relatable. I was like, well, crazy's in style now. So I went with it. But that's what I'm saying. You do what feels natural for you is the point of that,
Yeah, that's the best part about poetry. There's so many lanes in poetry where you can fit in. There's so many lanes where you can create yourself. There's so many lanes to where you can just be like, no, that's not for me. But each time that you do that, each time that you experience those moments, you're taking a chance to learn about you. You're taking a chance to grow. You're taking a chance to figure out, okay, I don't like this. I don't want to do this. But each single time, and also every poem is a documentation of your life, if you think about it. Every moment that you read someone else's poem, you're taking someone else's experience and you're implanting in your life. Poetry is an exchange. It doesn't have to have all you need is just basically the words and a person's attention. So the exchange that you guys are all giving tonight will last for a long time, because there's going to be somebody that's going to watch this like, yeah, I do write depressed poetry and I'm okay with it. Yeah, I do write descriptive words in my poetry and I like it. Yeah, I did tell this person off in my poem and I felt good about it. So this will last for a very, very long time. So keep making history.
Wow. You know what? On that note, I just want to say something for a minute before we go to the next one. Lene, you are the one that bring them out, and I saw something you put on your page, and I want you to elaborate on this. This is the perfect moment. You put something up, and I saw this right here, and you wrote this, and you had this on your page that said, "You are the only you there is." And you talked about the I am humble, resilient, honest, and all these words. Talk to all the folks out there watching and listening about what this is all about right here.
So this right here is a movement we all go through in different phases in life, in different durations in life. But this is a movement to where you identify yourself and you learn through it. And most of the time, people just want to do all the cupcake descriptions. I am those things, but I also have things that I have to work on. That my darker side, my experienced side, but identifying the things that you love about yourself and holding on with that as you move through those storms, those cloudy days, those emotions, and those times where you feel like you don't even want to get up out of the bed. These are moments to where you can sit back and look at yourself and be like, okay, I am strong, I am humble, I am capable. Reassuring yourself is always a beautiful thing, but also growth through that is just elevation. So this right here is a reminder for people to just take time to remind yourself who you are, embody it, stand tall in it, don't fall for no stuff. Take what you know and teach others what you have, so that way they can keep going, but know who you are.
All right. So who are you going to next, Lene?
We gonna bring up none other than the dark art empath. Woo, woo,
All
woo.
right. So we'll bring her on up and let her come on up to the stage and give us what she had next.
Okay, so this poem is called Daddy's Chains. It's a tribute to my father. Daddy was locked in the system. Visiting my daddy locked in like a victim. Must have been pure hell, having your little girl see you in a cell. Prison, prison. Daddy had a mission. Feeding the greed of mommy, the need providing, the crime he committed. Providing for his children. Took from the rich to give to the poor. My daddy was no villain, he was one in a million. Prison, prison. The government is no victim. My dad played the same game they don't like when you bend their system. Prison, prison. Thanks to you, Daddy, for all the wisdom. Soaps and socks, picking locks. I always know how to throw a punch in. Survived his time, sickly, sickly. Playing ball at the state penitentiary. Childhood memories. Daddy, dry your eyes. No need to cry. Soon you'll be free. Daddy, all you did was try. Set you free. Daddy, I know you loved me. All you did was try. You're still a hero to me.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
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 Yes. Everybody has a daddy story.
I'm like, yeah, we used to go visit daddy in jail. It's a true story. But daddy was the best. I had the best father in the world. And honestly, I really can't ever, I can never describe the gratitude I had for if somebody took my eyes and they walked through my childhood and the life I lived for most half of it. The father I had, I'm truly blessed. And that's all I can say. All the best.
Oh, that's
I did.
beautiful.
I had the
That's
best. Remember what it
beautiful.
was? We did it up. Me and Daddy when I was little. Daddy took me out of school for like a year. He was sick. I got to stay with him. I had a wonderful, like I was a spoiled brat. Like I used to throw myself in stores and Daddy used to buy me stuff. Like I was a dad. I was a brat. I was a daddy's girl. I'll never and I'll never be ashamed or regret it. you know. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree with E. That was a great way to pay homage. That was a great way to pay homage, and you felt the love throughout that whole poem.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Because everybody put such a perspective when people that go to jail. Not everybody that go to jail is a monster and enemy. Some people they just provide for their families. Daddy did what he had to do. Daddy was a man. Daddy was a provider. That's what it was. So it's pressure for a man. They gotta look nowadays. So I understand. Yeah, like you can't judge, you can't judge anything for what it is. But I had, he gave me I had a great childhood, and we had the best of everything, despite the fact of how we got it. And that's really what a lot of people don't understand. A lot of stuff in my book picks apart a lot of things, and it brings a lot of pieces of my childhood together, because I had a pretty interesting childhood. But yeah, that's one of my favorite poems. Thank you for letting me share it.
Yes, yes.
Thank you for sharing.
Any of you ladies, did that touch you in any special way? Make you think anything in regards to your dad, Matt or Caroline?
Did you want to go do something?
Go ahead. You can go ahead.
I really admire I think that a lot of times people have a tendency to kind of force their own perspective of what a parent is or parent should be. And so they don't necessarily take the time to view what it's like to have an experience outside their own. I had I'm going to open up because it's what we're here for. Both my parents are hoarders and have a slew of mental illnesses. And I grew up with a narcissistic, abusive mother. And it's really difficult if you don't grow up in that environment to truly understand what that's like. So I really admired gaining a perspective of I love gaining perspective. So thank you for sharing your perspective of your experience, because that's raw. And I learned something through what you shared. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. I like that.
Wow, Matt.
One thing that I like that she said is that you can't don't judge, everybody's situations are different, and so I always say, like, if we're all supposed to be the same person or have the same path in life, we will all be conjoined by the lens, walking in the same path, right? But we're not. So I really enjoyed that, just because it shared a different perspective, and it was enlightening. It was like, no matter what his situation was as your father, in that situation, he still showed up as your father, and you felt it, you acknowledged it, and that will stay with you forever. So I think that's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, he's always gonna be a hero. No matter, in my eyes, he was always a hero. Thank you. I appreciate that.
What you got to say about that, Renee?
I love it. I think it's good because you don't, especially men get a very hard rep as it is, especially nowadays. And it's good to hear homage to the father that, paved the way for his daughter. He made sure he was a parent to his daughter. He made sure his daughter had fun. He made sure his daughter had what she needed and handled business, as well as taught her how to be skilled, smart, articulate, emotionally smart. So that's a huge trophy as it is right there, just to be able to teach and also learn with your child like that. So
And then I just want to say one thing about Daddy is that, even if you see in the beginning of the book, you'll see sayings that Daddy left me. Daddy left me at 9, 10. He died outside of my house, he went to go get the mail, and he died outside. And Daddy left so much knowledge in me. Daddy used to tell me stuff at 6. He'd be like, nothing in this world is for free. You can't you can't wear a white. I got married in a black dress. Why? Because I had a kid out of marriage. Daddy was Daddy used to do stuff Daddy was I'm Peter Pan, and oh no, who he's just oh, I'm Robin Hood. He's telling me I take from the rich and I give to the poor. My dad used to tell me shit like that. My dad put me onto a different world when I was a little girl. So that's why I appreciate that you guys get the view. And there's sayings in the beginning of the book that Daddy instilled in me that you'll see in the beginning and the dedication of my book. Because my father, I don't know if he knew he was leaving this world or not, but he knew that, he knew he had a little monster. And that's what he did. He made a little monster in a skirt out of me, and life beat the shit out of me. But he was he prepped me, locks and socks, and and that's why if you pick apart the poem, I say, locks and socks, picking locks. I was steaming envelopes. It's crazy and maybe traumatic to say, but I have memories of my father teaching me to do stamps, and we were steaming envelopes at 6 in the kitchen. I was running I was running jukes like with Daily News with Daddy when I was a kid. Like, you know, and I never, this is crazy to tell the world this, but it's true. Like, you know, Daddy had me and my sisters doing stunts at 6 a.m. You know, we're a little business, you know, a little tired doing stuff here and there. But, you know, Daddy taught me stuff like this, and I grew up, I was a product of it, you know, and it's crazy to tell the world that, but yeah, you know.
Wow.
Thank
That's
you for letting
amazing.
me share it. Yeah, it's nuts. I mean, it's embarrassing. I don't know, but fuck it. You know, it is what it is. It is how I grew up, and that's how I'm a Skitito, and I'm proud of who I am, and I'm proud of my dad, and you know, I'm proud of everything. I'm not proud that we did, you know, whatever, but I'm just saying, like, I'm proud of my name, and I know maybe not the whole family may be proud of things my dad did, but I don't care. I'm not ashamed of my father. You know, my father was a man at the end of the day, and he died with a good name, and I'm gonna do the same for him, and that's why I want to sell this book. I want to make a difference in people's lives, and I want to leave something that's a legacy for him, not only for him but for my kids. You know.
Amazing. Wow. Wow. Lene, how do you follow that?
Well, you know how I follow that? I bring up a poet. I think y'all know it. We bring it up, man. Come
Wow.
on up, come on up. I'm telling
Wow.
y'all is.
Ooh.
So this poem is called Beautiful. I'm going to just jump right in. I haven't been perfect, but he's beautiful to me. He's always so calm, and I've been stressed out lately. Crazy because he's my balance between managing life and just being a lady. See, I'm so independent, the walking testimony of figuring it out, not even comfortable with asking for help. But he brings me that when I don't even know I need it. And when I cry, he breathes that oxygen right back into me, reminding me that I'm not alone. He's part of a team that I didn't expect to be on. So I fully condone when you're talking about love, when you're talking about strong, when you're talking about breakdowns and buildups, when you're talking about growth, the heavy conversations that the willing want most, because you know, most won't. I'm graced with that. He's therapeutic when life weighs heavy on my back. I haven't been perfect, but he's beautiful to me. He's beautiful for me. He's beautiful during all the chaos, all the trials and tribulations, and through all that I may have lost. He reminds me why God put us here. He reminds me to count my blessing in a life that's unfair. He's the fair part. I'm his rib and I protect his heart. The love we have is something that can't be bought. The reasons why he's so beautiful to me is because I love myself and I'm mirrored when I look into his eyes. His hugs feel like how it would feel if I hugged myself. The passion, the drive, the love that we share is wealth. And he always holds me accountable, just how I hold myself. Never giving up on us and always choosing me because we don't give up on ourselves. We keep it real. So real it's raw. And even from the outside looking in, to you, the glimpse may seem ugly, but he's beautiful to me. God sent him to me to remind me of how much of a beautiful, beautiful being I am.
Wow.
Oh my
That's
God.
so beautiful.
It's like what India Reese says. You know, I'm talking about the song "The Truth." That's what I feel like. If she made a remix, she needs your bars in that song because that's exactly what you like. You emulated the. We are reflections of each other, and especially when you meet your partner, being a reflection of you and being so in those I guess either beginning or whatever the case may be, certain phases of the relationships, you basically emulate the love from each other. So when you can have a partner that can emulate when you're even in your low phases and can help you bring you out those and then bring life into you, love you to where you like you say, I feel like I'm loving myself or hugging myself. That's deep. That's deep. That's that genuine love that you've been praying for. And God was like, all right, look, I'm gonna give you this real quick because you earned it. It's yours. How you take care of it's up to you. But this is for you. So you just explained the love that was designed and designated for you. That's beautiful.
Yeah, the poem was beautiful. The sentiments. I felt it. I felt the sentiments, and I can only imagine how he feels. I mean, because if you express it like that in poetry, I feel as though you probably express it like that in the physical, in the natural, in the verbal, emotionally. I feel like you're giving it to him in all those different ways. So that sounds like Enamored Ink said it. I'm gonna put it up there. She said that sounds like some real love. She said, I'm talking about real love. Set, you know. So that right there is amazing, amazing, definitely. So you ladies are definitely pouring your heart out. You're pouring your heart out. So I thank you for pouring your heart out. Lene, you definitely brought us some that don't have a problem with expressing themselves.
No, ma'am.
Oh.
They're all articulate. They communicate very well, and they are themselves. That's what I loved about them. Like when meeting each one of them, they're themselves through and through. And I love to see people in their truth, in their it's like basically watching a plant in its natural soil. You're going to be excited because you know it's going to grow. So to see and then watch them interact at the same time is just a beautiful experience and a wonderful energy exchange. So I love it. I love it.
Wow. All right. Well, listen, we're going on to the next round. I can't wait. I know. And I know you for the people who are just coming here, I know you have that good old cipher in the end too. Are we doing the cipher here?
Oh, yes, ma'am. We got to do the cipher. So y'all be ready in the comments. We're going to ask y'all for 3 words. 3, uno, dos, tres. 3 words that we're going to give to the poets, and they're going to freestyle using those 3 words, because being a poet, you can write down stuff, but we want to see how you freestyle, how you feel, how you communicate exactly at that moment with those words. So, yeah, we're going to get into this 3rd round. We're going to do the cipher, and then we're going to get to know the poets a little bit more at the end. And we're going to call it a night because you know it's a school night. Y'all got to get to bed. All right, get to bed. Mm-hmm. The school night. I talked to your moms earlier. They said it's okay for tonight. All right.
Okay. So for this
So
round right here, which direction you going?
we going to bring it in with the seasoned, dark art empath. Bring it on in. Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to read. It's called Rotted Rose. It's always such a tragic end for the flower. She is plucked for her beauty, her fragrance, and vivid color, then discarded to die and forgotten. I miss the innocence of being a flower, sweet and naive as nectar, but much rather live with venom still left inside me from being bitten. I no longer look for someone to suck my wounds. I enjoy being broken, for no one can ever break what's already shattered into pieces. I much rather live half dead inside than pretend I'm a flower. My body is a tomb of secrets in rotted flesh, numb, where lovers used to dream.
What? What? Did you say where lovers used to dream? Wait, what? Wait, what? What?
Just running on that one.
No, the depth of that poem, the hurt in that poem,
I know, right?
the
It's
grieving stages of that poem. That was real grit. That was real, like, oh my gosh. She said, where lovers used to, oh wow. Wow. I don't want to be a rose. I enjoy myself being broke. Oh wow. The self-reassurance in that, like, nah, I'm not trying to be
Self-love,
broke.
right?
No.
I'm like, I love being fucked up. Leave her alone.
Oh, that was, I
This is
love
the joking that me and you get into when we're
it.
together.
Every time.
Every time.
Like I love that one. I
And I'm
really
happy
love
you
that
liked
because it reminded me. Okay, so Edgar Allan Poe was one of my favorite poets as a kid. It reminds me of that. It reminds me like that raw dark truth. Period. There's no flowers. None flowers have grown like 20 years in this place. It's a castle in the background. Like that was deep. That was intense. Intense. That's the word I was looking for. Said all that to say that. Oh, I think you're on mute, Miss Crystal.
Me?
Oh no,
Alrighty.
Crystal.
That Mark said that was hypnotizing. My apologies. So yeah, we saw that. So who you going to next?
All right, so we gonna go to none other, the striking, the spicy, the man. Yes.
Okay. I thought it was
So this last poem I'm going to do is called Eternal Love. You know, I love my love poetry. So here it goes. I plan to love you for eternity, baby. So even when my heart stops beating, even then, just know I'm forever sleeping with you on my mind. Even when I'm mad at you, my love deepens. This is a true soul tie. See, I know you love me. On our best days, we're unstoppable. I know you love me, but I've been through bull. Times have gotten so rough where I've watched you go. I pushed you away, and that's on me. But I know you love me. Just show me and keep showing me. Show me until I'm reassured because I love you. I'm not for no one else. And when you're with me, I know you don't feel a doubt. This is a lifetime worth magical love signs. Don't be scared. Break the walls down with me. And let's show the world our true divine. See, we were excuse me. See, we were put here for this love, crazy retries, for our convos, heartfelt night cries, because you know there's no love like this, nobody like mine. Our testimony. This is our testimony. I want to love you every second of every day. I want to love you in every way. I'm not perfect, but show me you're here to stay. I want to love you forever and a day, babe. I want to love you for eternity because you've loved me. Even when I've acted crazy, you bring light no matter how dark my days may be. When I felt lifeless, you shared your life with me. I want to love you with prosperity. I plan to love you in God's way. I want to love you with dexterity. I plan to love you and make you feel great because my king, you are. And I'm sorry if I've ever made you feel any other way. I want to love you and just love you and love you for eternity. Hold on.
And I
Beautiful.
saw you're showing us why it said that you are going to show us about a lifestyle of love.
Yes.
You, you didn't exaggerate. I mean, you really are advocate for love. You
Yes,
know?
yes, yes.
So that's a beautiful. A lot of times we hear the opposite. We hear people and they don't you agree that have been heartbroken and that angry. But you're giving us the beautiful side of it. You're giving us the side to make people have something to hope for, to make
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
for. So that is amazing. Don't y'all think?
I love, yes, I love
It's a
how
great perspective.
sorry.
thank you.
I love how conversationally you write too, because when I write, it's so dissociated. It's almost like a poem from like written from nobody to nobody. And
Okay.
I love how what you write is from you to somebody. Like I love the direct connection. It's so beautiful. I love the way you write.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
And
I
also, I
believe.
also appreciate the perspective of it. You know what I mean? She gives a lot of people would give always the same rhetoric of heartbreak, and she gives it more like it's like a breath of fresh air.
Yes.
It's like a breath
Mm-hmm.
of fresh air. Like, oh, like it gives you like that warm little fuzzy feeling inside when you hear it, and also there's like a sweet innocence in her voice the way she portrays the poetry, so it makes you very excited about eager to hear. It's like a love story, every time. It's beautiful.
Yes.
thank
Yes.
you. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
You're
It
welcome.
makes you want to smile and dream. Like the person who gave up on love, they will be inspired again.
Yes.
Right.
That's
I
the goal,
agree.
Life can just take a toll on us, if you let it, and it's so easy. There's so much negativity in this world today. So it's just like, come on, let's just love each other. You
Wow.
Exactly. When people want to ask why, this is a pure example of why not.
Right.
Yes.
Why
Thank you.
Yes.
why not love? Why not take a chance? Why not, do it again? Why not fall and get back up? Why not fall and get back up? And why not fall and get back up? The continuance of keep trying. There's a quote from Les Brown. I don't know if y'all heard of him, but he says,
Oh,
if
I
you
love
fall on
him.
your back, you can see your way back up. You
I like
Yes.
can you can see how to get back up. So it's always possibility. And you literally give people the remembrance of like, I can be able to love. I can love again. I deserve love. I like love. I like love. So thank you.
Yes. You make people want to love again. I can't say that enough. So many people have given up on love. So
Yeah.
do you go into public places and read that and
No, actually, like reciting my poetry is new. This is new for me this year. I've always just like I said, just written poetry and then just put it aside. But this is new, and I'm trying to just share it now because, like you said earlier, you don't know whose heart it could hit, how you can be an impact or a positive influence. So, I'm just sharing my writing, sharing
Wow,
my.
you're gonna have to go to one of Lene events, her and Slow Mo's events, right? Lene, you have to get her out there.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I need all of this here. I need
So
all of this
you
here
got
at the
two people
shows.
here that said they don't speak their poems, and now you're bringing them out of their shells. So that's a beautiful
Mm-hmm.
thing. So now that y'all have started, and now you just have to go up from here.
Mm-hmm. And that's all they can do. That's all they're divinely designed to do. That's why they keep doing it every single time. They're writing poetry. They're breaking barriers by performing poetry on on lives and reciting more poetry. So this is out of our hands, Miss Crystal. This has nothing to do with us. That's all them.
That's right.
So yeah.
That's right. Well, that's absolutely amazing. Well, ladies, now I'm gonna let y'all know how this next phase goes, and just remember, when we do the closing remarks, make sure you give us the information to the website for any product you have and everything, so people can get them right. So, Lene, let's see. We
So
need
we're
to get
gonna
some
finish
words,
it
huh?
off with Padlock. We're gonna finish it off with Padlock Poet.
Okay, so she's got to go in there and give us her poem first, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
ooh,
She about to get y'all. Go ahead, girl.
All right, this is one of my favorites I've ever written. I'll just get into it. All right. Today, I swallowed a mountain. The horizon, a table where I watched as day and night took turns eating each other alive. I came to the table, freed my jaw, and I swallowed it whole. I licked my fingers and I felt the horror and the glory, the art and the destruction. I wiped my mouth with a neatly folded brutality, rolling the bones over my tongue. Today, I swallowed my death and I chased it, just as it ran from me a bottomless cup. Today, I felt the mountain settle in my core, and I still have room for more.
wow. You know, she's very concise. I noticed that about you. You when you begin to really expound more, I can't wait to see where that goes. Because right now you just get straight to it. But when you really start opening up and you really start going there, I can't wait to see what that's gonna be like. You know what
She's
I
like
mean?
a poetic Swiss knife. Like she just right into it. Like
You
it.
know
I
what's
feel like
crazy?
you all flow, and it's such a beautiful way. Like Padlock, you're the beginning of the experience, and then Dark Art, you're like the feeling of going through the you're like the transition through the experience, and then Mant's like the love that comes out of the experience. So
Ah,
like y'all all flow so perfectly in this. I
wow.
love that last poem. Like the grittiness in that we was eating each other alive. Like what? What?
Haslock said, she likes the way you said what you said about me. But what I want to say about you is that you tell a story. Like that is a story. Like you can envision what's going on when you're speaking. And I love that. So I just need to say that because I don't know what you're talking about, girl. You got it.
That really means so much to me. I've lacked confidence a lot of my life, but again, this is part of the gift of having met Lene. And again, I've been dying to get back to my creativity, specifically poetry, because I haven't really written for. I used to write every single day, and now it's like maybe once a month, and it's like a little blip of something. But it just feels, I can't even tell you, like this is feeding my soul. So thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And can I say something too? You also play the violin and the guitar. So you have to go deeper. You have to go deeper because you're going to give us songs with the poetry. You know, you're going to give us the whole thing. So don't be afraid to go there. Don't be afraid. Just let it out. You know, whatever it is you're feeling, because maybe when you start playing, just put a audio, a voice message on or something. So if it come to you, maybe you need to play a little. I don't know. Maybe y'all can help her. But this girl plays the violin. That
I'm telling
itself,
you,
that's a
she
whole
makes
other
beats.
realm.
She
And
makes her own beats.
beat, violin, and guitar. Can
Yeah.
you imagine? What she can go? She can go in all those the directions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness! Oh my
I
goodness!
would never leave the house. I'd just be making beats all day. Somebody text me like,
It's
I
like,
wouldn't leave the
I'll
house.
tell you what. It's hard. It's hard to leave.
Oh yes, that bass too. Bass. Oh, I love a good bass. Oh, that stuff just riddles my whole chest. But you are all so talented. And you are all so amazingly just blessed. I just want y'all to know that I'm so grateful that it was y'all with us tonight. And this was definitely meant to happen. So shout out to y'all. We ain't in no crowd enough like that, but round of applause to y'all. Round of applause to y'all for showing up for y'all and expressing y'all. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that, and especially with the delay of time. Sorry to everybody that, you know, came on time and we didn't, but you know, we be working on things. So we're gonna get into this last round, which is the freestyle. 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 Okay, I'm working on it.
Explain to the audience, that the people that are there, what you need, so they can participate and give us what we need, and give them some instructions on how they need to do this.
All right, so we're talking to you. Yeah, you right there. Put the food down, man. Just pay attention. Put the food down. You can get it in a minute. Put the drink down. All right, cool. I get it. You're thirsty. But look, so I need you. 3 words. So you select one word and everybody else will pick another word. But I need you right there to pick a word that you felt tonight from these wonderful poets expressing themselves, or just a word that just popped up in your head. But I need you right there. You and you, the one in the back and the one right there too. Pick a word, put it in the comments, and then what we're going to do is a freestyle, and each poet is going to go and show you how they flow, you know? All right, so waiting on you, crowd. Let's check out the comments. All righty, so we have about a good amount of people in here. Let's see who comes up with a word for tonight.
I'm going to wait before, I know a word came to my mind, but I'm going to wait. If you need my word, I'll put it in there. Quan, Marky Mark. Give us a word. Give us a word.
Give us a word.
Let us hear what word that you want to hear. All right, Slow Mo Reggie, if you're still there, let us get a word out of you.
Marky Mark said thorn.
Let us
Quan said empowered. All right, so we need one more, y'all. I'm looking at the comments.
Oh, he said thorn. Ooh.
And then we got empowered.
It was empowered, thorn, and what?
Suppressed. So, all right, y'all. The votes are in, and we have our words. So the words are thorn, empowered, and suppressed. I appreciate you, Dave Faves, for the freedom. You know what? We're gonna do something different. We're going to do something different tonight, y'all. We're going to add 4 words. 4 words. 4 words, all right? I couldn't, the angle is horrible. 4 words. So we have thorn, empowered, suppressed, and freedom. And all words are, after this, we're not going to be able to do, but I appreciate you. So if y'all have any questions, let us know. 4 words. Can you do it? I know you can. So who's gonna go first? We're going to, you know what? I'll open up, and then I'll say the next person, and then I'll say the person after that. So I'll open up. Today I felt empowered. Released all my thorns from my body. I felt like I can move again. I could breathe again. I felt so happy again. Fighting suppressed thoughts and suppressed moments. I didn't know who was the enemy, me or me. See, I told you that I was empowered today. I was in the shower today thinking about how I wanted to be awesome. So I was. Pulling out that last thorn made me feel awful, but I got through it. Because my freedom was my way to know that I am awesome. That's I can try a little something, just a little bit, little pepper.
We could have you go last.
You're gonna have to throw a beat on here. You're gonna have to throw a beat on here if we're gonna mix up these the words like this.
I don't. This is not my forte.
Yeah,
Oh, you got this.
I'll
You
do
got
it.
And
this.
that's
I'll
the
do it.
best
But I'm
part.
saying,
You got
That's
this.
the
You
best
got
part
this. Who we
about
going
this.
to
We've
next?
had,
Yeah, you have to think positive. Positive.
mm-hmm, we've had so many poets come
We can
here,
do
and
this.
And
Okay.
say that.
we've had
That's right.
all types of poets express how this part right here is usually their nervous spot. But we've
I'll
seen
get it.
this.
I'll get it over with. If you could throw it, I would prefer music, but if there's no music, I'm okay with it. I'll get it over with. I just need
All
to
right, we got
remember
this.
the words.
I believes in you. I believes in you. We've seen a lot of poets that were shocked as well too, and then came out with bars. Like
Woo,
as soon as they get started, it was a wrap. So we're
Yes.
gonna get this kicking. All right. So we have Thorn, Empowered, Suppressed, and Freedom, and they're on the screen. If you had to,
Yeah, where's the screen? I don't see them. Let's
right
look
there.
them up.
It should be right on the screen so you can see it. And we're gonna start with Padlock.
All right. All right.
Sucky,
Got it. Let it flow. Let it flow.
Gears are turning. Okay. All right. The Empress removes her crown of thorns, and with it, she removes all that was suppressed. She dials back the memories and remembers all the times she'd been depressed. She pulled back on the curtains and she saw all her freedom. She spent so much time on her knees, made her feel dumb. But here she was empowered, and here she was in grace. Here she was with no crown of thorns, and here she's saving face. I lost it. I'm sorry. I can't. I don't know. That's all I got.
You killed it though.
Yes, you did. And see, so here's the thing I would say: when you are performing anything, never tell your audience that you lost it or that you don't, because they don't know. Like you could have just stopped and said poem.
Okay.
We would have no way of knowing, you know.
Okay.
So that don't ever give yourself away to them because they have no clue because you're being creative, you know. So you're being creative. But that was awesome. That was awesome. You just got caught in it, like you know.
I just pictured the queen with the thorns. I was like, oh yeah, this is getting good. This is really and shout out to Reborn. Hey Reborn, hey everybody in the comments. Usually we say hi to y'all a little bit more, but thank y'all everybody that came to show up. Y'all make sure y'all follow all these poets here, okay? They are giving y'all the juice and the tea, honey, everything. But Padlock, that was really dope. I like that. I could definitely see towards the second part of your freestyle, you were starting to really like open up. It was like watching somebody close their eyes and then express themselves, but once they open their eyes, like, oh crap, hold on, wait a minute.
I should have kept
So
them.
you have it. Don't ever doubt yourself. You have it. You have the creativity, you have the depth, you have the story, like Man said. You have everything that you need to express yourself the way you want to, and you have that confidence. So don't feel, look, you got it. You had me, all right, when you was doing your freestyle.
Yes.
All righty. So next up, we are going to bring Dark Art Impact. Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm like, oh, where do I begin? I wish we could throw some sort of beat on it, but okay, I'm gonna say, okay, so we'll start with freedom because I saw nobody really use the word freedom, right? I'm on a vision. I got a mission to put pure intuition. I've got a habit, a functional addict, seeking freedom. Freedom because he don't know how to treat him. I'm suppressed because I'm must distress. I'm tired of being stressed and depressed. I'm empowered, but I don't even remember if I took a shower. Sometimes I sit naked in front of the mirror and just look at myself enamored that I'm still here, thinking clear. Sometimes I don't know whether I'm straight or queer because I must say, men, they got me triggered. I don't know which way to go anymore. You see, I got this thorn in my side and it's switching sides and it shows I got a lot of pride. And I don't know which color to ride because I keep picking sides because men make me wish that I would just die.
Wow,
Yeah.
So there goes that thorn because I'm tired of being scorned and sitting around being torn.
Yes. Bars and bars. Okay. All right. She said, I don't know what side. All right. All of them are thorns. I don't know what side. Oh, that was dope. And I felt like, I don't know, it just came to you so easily.
Yes.
So
Yes.
easily.
You're like,
Yo, I was
I'm
like,
really
oh, did
serious.
she write this? She knew those words were coming. She knew they was gonna pick those words. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she wrote it down too. And see, Pat, like you didn't even write anything down, so you have to give yourself credit because you did it off the dome.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. No, that was definitely creative. I wouldn't have. Yeah, y'all had me thinking now I might have to go write something after this show. All right, so we're going to keep this going. We're going to end this with the one and the only, the loving man.
And that's right. Tell her again, Mark. Tell her again. You see, Mark said you didn't need music.
Did it, girl. You
Even
had that in the bag.
I like music.
Sick.
yes.
If you know me, you know I love music. That's it. I do it.
All right, man. Okay. Ooh, I can't wait. Okay, come on.
You can wait because I've been suppressed and searching for my freedom. I used to be like a flower blowing in cold breezes, still beautiful, but losing petals in the wind. I had to find myself again, and I did. Empowerment. I don't know. That's where I am. Poem.
You got it. Pull it out. Pull it out. You have it.
Done. That's it.
Bars, still bars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can't freestyle, but you know, I tried.
Bars, though. You still tried. You still
can,
tried.
That's
And
right.
I resonated with that. Blowing in the wind and cold breeze. I resonate with that
Yes,
still.
yes,
That was dope.
yes. Yes.
Okay.
If
She gave us what? She gave us two of the words. She gave us
Mhm.
thorn and empowered, right? She just didn't give us
Freedom. I said freedom.
See, so you got 3 out of 4.
I don't know why every time somebody says freedom, I don't know if anybody knows this rapper, but does anybody know Onyx? Slam?
Oh,
The song
wow.
Slam?
yeah.
I hear freedom. That's what I was treated, and everybody's gonna say grind me. And I keep hearing it in my head go over and over. This is not even my music. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to, like, I've never freestyled or anything, but like there's so many artists that like I grew up, like, you know, my sister was 6 years older than me. So I grew up, you know, watching, you know, the first in rap and, you know, like just crazy stuff and like, you know, freestyle and, you know, Slick Rick and, you know, like all that stuff. For me, it's like when I hear somebody put up like challenges or stuff, it just sounds like such a fun time with like, I don't know, like some sort of beat from out of nowhere. Like I wouldn't mind, like, and that's what I wanted to tell you actually, Lene. I really appreciated when like we all met out. I forgot who we were with or where we went. Do you remember when we met in person? That was the first time that I ever did a freestyle on live. And it really opened up my perspective. I was like, yo, like, I want to freestyle one day.
Oh yes, and
Yeah.
that's the beautiful part about this. Ever since I've been on this journey of meeting poets and meeting, you know, friends and meeting travelers and everything, creating those spaces to where we can have these moments. We want to see your raw creativity. We want to see. It's
And it
different
puts
when you
on the
write
spot.
something down.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna tell her.
When you
Don't
write
worry, I
something
was put
down.
on the spot live like that, just like you when they turned to me, and I was like, oh my God. But it happens, yeah. Where we get
Yeah,
put
and
on
that's
the
the beautiful
spot like
part because
that.
then you test yourself, you push your boundaries. Like when it comes to vocabulary, when it comes to scenery, when it comes to certain laws and rules of literature and stuff like that, when it comes to metaphors and when it comes to so much, you can push yourself to push your knowledge even way past what you thought. There's words I never heard of until now with y'all that I was just like, oh, and no, let me write that down. Okay. But yeah, that's
You
the
see what
whole
happened.
point.
Somebody in the audience, you pulled it out of them. Quan Brooks said, as I watched you women, I've been empowered and I'll use that power to take a cleansing shower and wash away the thorns of doubt so I can live in the freedom I deserve and no longer be suppressed.
Hey.
Damn. Yes. That's yes. Thank
Wow.
you.
Anybody else in the audience? That was powerful right there. That was
Beautiful.
Yeah.
that right there is amazing. You pulled that out of her just watching you ladies.
Hmm. That's
Wow.
what this is all about. To help other people, to express to other people that they can make it. They can write about it. They can express it. They can laugh about it. And I always tell people, if you have to cry, if you have to laugh, if you have to smile, and even if you don't have to, if you want to, do it. It is okay to feel. It is okay to be sad, happy, everything. Especially when we're going through what we're going through right now in this world, and it's
Woo.
winter on top of it. So we have seasonal depression. So just know you're not by yourself. You have so many allies, you have so many lanes, you have so many ways to be okay, but it will not be the same. So keep doing what you do and leave those things where they lay, but you will be okay.
Woo, come on now. Come on. Don't take them with you. You know, so many people take their dreams, their thoughts, and their poems to the graveyard. So don't take them with you. Keep doing what you're doing. There's no wrong poem.
Mm-mm,
There's
mm-mm.
no wrong poem. You know what I'm saying? The days of rhyming and all that went out the window. So it's just expressing yourself. It's just getting it out, you know. And y'all do an amazing job. Like I said, I got on Instagram one day and I did a poem. Listen to y'all. It made me pour out some stuff. And I'm not even a poet, you know. So yeah, that's really good. That's really good. So I really appreciate y'all. Everybody had a different perspective, you know. It doesn't matter whether you see things optimistically or pessimistically, as long as you see it and as
Mm-hmm.
long as you get out what you see. That's the thing. As long as you're getting it out, it's therapeutic. And so
Yes.
that's what I heard in all of you. You know, all of you are getting it out, expressing it, and that's a beautiful thing. So if there's anybody watching that wants to write, just write. Don't worry about, you heard what the lady said, don't worry about what people think. You heard Chrissy when somebody told her nobody was going to like it, but she did it anyway, you know. And if I don't know if you caught, but I want to go back to what I put up here because I wrote it off your page. What you said, Chrissy, about what they told you. Uh, it said that they told her she was going to be a retard and she couldn't read, or that she was a scatterbrain and she would never finish anything.
My
And then
mother, my
she
own
was
birth mother used to tell me, "You're
wow,
just like your father. You're a fucking scatterbrain. You're never gonna finish anything." And
wow,
I used to have an ex that he used to tell me I was a retard that couldn't read. And it was like I used to be nervous just to type sentences to him because he would had to, narcissists, they have to fucking every little thing you do wrong, they gotta nitpick how you breathe, and so you're even scared to text. Like I went through such abuses, and that's what I put inside my book and my poetry. So other girls can see these things for themselves and get the fuck out when they recognize them. So yes, I
right.
was called a retard because I have ADHD and I'm a scatterbrain, and I wasn't ever gonna amount to nothing like my dad and da. But something, you are what you believe you are. And I wake up every morning, no matter how I feel physically or mentally, and I always want to create. And that's all you got to do. And that's what I would tell you girls starting out. Like I started like 7 years ago wanting to kill myself, addicted to pills. I was an opioid addict. I was a closet addict, and I wanted to kill myself. And that's literally how I started. I started like I wanted to off myself, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna write. And I just started writing, and as I was writing, I wasn't allowed to get rehab, long story short. But that was my rehab. you know
Yeah,
my
wow.
rehab was that pen. Yeah. And it really did save my life, and that's why I want to teach other people. It's not about competition. It's not about, and that's why I teach other girls too. It's not about competition. It's about healing. It's about getting your word out. It's about showing others, yeah, this is embarrassing. This happened to me. This happened to me. This happened to me. But you know what? I went and I turned it into something else, and I made it a positive force for other young girls to understand that they could walk down a similar path and make another way. I get told every day, because I'm physically and mentally disabled, that I should be doing OnlyFans and selling my feet. you know, and I have a daughter who's 11, so I'm selling a book. You know what I
All
mean? Like
right, good
I
for
want to
you.
set,
Yeah,
like,
and that's
yeah,
right. And you pursued your passion with conviction, and like you
that's
said,
right,
you may not
exactly.
be perfect,
Pursue
but you're
your
worth
dream.
it.
That's right. Oh, and I love how you quote me. Thank you. Thank you. And
Yes,
I appreciate it. That's right.
yes,
I want to show everybody out there you could be disabled mentally, physically. You could be beaten, bruised, battered. I don't care what you are. You're not perfect, but you are sure worth it. Don't you settle for less, and don't you sleep up on those dreams because they're going to chase you if you don't. So you better
that's
go
right.
chase them.
And
Yep.
they will slip away if you let them. That's right. Tell them.
Don't let nobody tell you different. People told me I was retarded. My own mother told me, I said, oh, I'm going to start a business, mom. Oh, you're better off doing prostitution. I've been told by people that, oh my God, I'm surprised you're not sucking dick on a corner. Literally, just sorry, you might want to, out. But that's the truth. I've been told off the street that I'm not worth anything and I'm only worth what I look like. That's not true. You're worth your mind. Okay. You're worth your mind, no matter how tattered, scattered, or battered you may be. You're still worth it. And you know what? You put that on a pen, you show the world what it is, and you show the world what you've been through. You let them judge you. Who gives a shit? It's about you and your healing journey, and you don't let nobody tell you different. And that's the message I want every little girl to see. You were abused. Don't be ashamed. It's not your fault, because that's what it is. A lot of victims out there, we all suffer from shame, blame, where we shame ourselves and we internalize it. And that's what I want to show people. You don't be ashamed that you were sexually abused, because it is not your fault. And that's what I'm here for. There's so many messages in my poetry, and there's so much subliminal messages there, because I want to get that out, and I want to be an advocate for children, and especially for little girls who don't know how to deal with those feelings and internalize them for themselves, and they
Well,
don't
do
have
this for
to.
me.
Huh?
Do this for me. Put the book link where they can get it in the private chat, so I can
I
put it.
will.
Absolutely, in the private chat, so I can
I can
put it.
figure that out.
Now, in the meantime, I want to let you know about Samantha. Samantha has she does nails, she has a clothing line. Oh my goodness, Samantha, you're doing all those different things. It's amazing. I mean, so you've been quiet about it. Tell us about how you want people to reach you, and which one are you most passionate about?
And her daughter has a book too.
Yes, my daughter does have a book, but I am passionate about all that I do. Sorry, it's making a lot of noise over here. Yes, I have a poetry book out. It's a poetry collection, of course, about love, the good, the bad, all in between. Yes, I do nails. I'm mobile. I travel to my clientele, and I do a lot of events. So I do that. I have a clothing line. My significant other. It's called the Prenda
Wow.
Custom Clothing. We started off just like painting a lot of stuff. He's very fashion forward. He's like into that crazily, so we just match on that note. But uh, yes, and I work with disabled individuals, young kids, and adults, autism, and just on the spectrum.
Yeah, I saw that in there. You work with disabled individuals on the spectrum, own business and fashion, nail care, writing about principles. Yeah, got you, girl, got you. So listen, I appreciate that. And then Padlock, Lene said it. Lene said it, and it's interesting that she said it because you have it written that way um, about the knife. Lene said something about a knife, and it's on your page there on IG. Artist, passionate, creative, object, emotion, beat baby, Swiss Army knife musician. And then with your poetry, you cut like a two-edged sword too with your words, so that's interesting. So you could add that to the list with the dancer, artist, writer, student at the word. So just amazing, amazing. All of you are gifted. We saw a little bit of your gifts tonight, just a little bit. So I think y'all should definitely, if I ever come out there to your show, Lene, I guess I should see these three on the stage up there um, at the next,
You heard it here first. You heard it here first.
and we'll see it live. And so, Lene, do you have something coming up? Because y'all been doing live events. Talk to us about what you have. Something coming up in February, March.
So we do have our next. So I have two events coming up. I have a healing event that's going to be in March 15th. We're going to have I don't know if y'all heard, but y'all definitely need to look into it. It's spelled thyme, but I got time. Honeybee. So they will be there. It's going to be drumming. It's going to be just healing and releasing. We're going to have a painting session, a dancing session to really release, because we need those spaces to let people know. There's not a lot of spaces where you can just release without being intoxicated or without being inebriated. So we want you to have a space where you can come as you are. And then we have our next feature, Ayana Gallant, is going to be March the 29th at an open mic. So definitely come, because she's going to be a whole vibe. Padlock, I think you've seen her at the event that I met you at. She was drumming.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So she's going to be our feature for next month. And then hopefully we'll have these wonderful queens over here, these goddesses, to be our one of our features coming up in the future too. So we're going to definitely look into that too. But before we leave, because I want to make sure everybody gets their message out. And Padlock, we're going to start with you. What if you were talking to a poet that was coming into their poetry? What would you say to them?
I would say don't go into it trying to do anything. I would say go into it, and it may be difficult. You might find yourself sitting and staring at a piece of paper sometimes for a little while. Even if you just start writing, I'm staring at this piece of paper, I don't know what to write. You have to remove that barrier. And anytime with any form of creativity, you just have to dive in. You can't be afraid of not getting the result you want, because you're not going to. Not the first time, not the second time, maybe not for 100 times. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to suck. Don't be afraid of that, like getting into it. Like let yourself get dirty with it. Let yourself be bad, because that's where you learn those uncomfortable periods. That's where you find the love for things. Because then once you take those first couple steps that are good, it's like, holy hell, and then next thing you know, you're running. So don't be afraid and just dive into it.
And tell the people your preferred method of contact. If they are interested in booking you or getting some music from you or some beats, how should they reach out?
As of right now, I'm totally amateur. I have my Instagram, and that's pretty much it. I'm working on, I do have a WordPress. It's gathered a little dust, but I'm working on blowing some of that off in the next couple of weeks here, adding up some stuff I've written in the last couple of years and trying to get back on writing new stuff. But primarily right now, the best way to get in touch with me is through Instagram. And I'll be doing lots and lots of more creative things. I'm looking forward to falling back in love with it all again.
And so your IG is?
Padlock Poet. No punctuation, no spaces or anything. It's all lowercase, one word.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Alrighty. And Mant, what would you say to a poet that's coming into their poetry?
I would say do your poetry as if you're just allowing your thoughts to just be on paper. Just as you think about certain things, just write it down. It's poetry is really just expression. It's art because of that. And people can relate no matter where your thoughts go. Just jot them down, and have fun with it. Don't think too hard. Yeah.
And what is your preferred method of contact for?
Also, you can reach me on Instagram. My Instagram is at Mieuxma. It's MIEUXMA. Yeah. And if you guys have any children, this is my daughter's coloring book. It has a little storyline to it. She has a YouTube. You can check it out. It's called The Navi Experience. And my poetry book. These are both on Amazon, Truth of Love and The Navi Experience. You guys can go check those out. Support. Love.
Wow, amazing. Yes, definitely reach out. Use that. You did submit the form. I thank you so much. Man, I think you were the one that did. She definitely submitted everything. And hey, set it up. I would love to interview your daughter. I've done a child interview already. One. She would be my second one. How old is your daughter?
She's 7.
Wow, I think the last one she was somewhere around 6 or 7. So that's amazing. I would absolutely love to do that with you. So send that to me. I have another child interview. I think Trell's nephew. I'm doing him in a week. So I love the children. We got to help the children. So great. Okay, Lene, you want to ask Christy the same question?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, dark art empath. What would you tell to a poet, coming up into their poetry?
What I would tell an upcoming poet would basically is just to do it as if nobody's watching. That was always something for myself, especially as I started out as a performer, was always doing it as nobody was watching. A lot of times, there's a lot of things that we would want to write or we want to iterate or express, but we're afraid what other people may think. Also, being a survivor myself of trauma, a lot of trauma that happens to people. We don't know if it will be maybe too raw to be sharing with the public, or how they may feel, or what kind of backlash you may get from certain things of writing. What I would say is to use your cathartic expression in a way that it moves you. And when you do things out of the intent of real love and cathartic expression, you don't have to worry about the content of your poetry. It's going to move others regardless.
Wow. Thank you. And the best way you want them to reach is what we have on the screen right here. This is the website you want them to go to.
Yes, I put in the link. That's from my book. I would love if everybody could just support and get the book. It's Get Over It. It's by Kristen Scatino here with the subtitle Am I Lovable? I also wanted to include and let everybody know, the quote that I have is for to those silenced by violence, may success be your retribution. And what I mean in that, which is in the description about the author of the book, is that there is going to be a percentage of the proceeds that I'm selling the book, and I'm going to be actually giving back. I am a DV survivor, and I wanted to be giving back to one of the organizations that helped me and my daughter get out of the situation I was in. So, and I also want to be doing a couple more campaigns and stuff with my book that's also in the About the Author, which is Paint the World Safe for Girls. As I had an LLC as a painter myself, I wanted to do a donation to a organization called War Child, and it's for children that are sexually abused. So thanks, guys, for having me.
Wow, wow.
Thank you. Thank
Amazing,
you.
amazing, amazing. That is truly amazing. And Lene, what would you tell someone who's starting out with poetry?
Keep going, keep trying, keep falling, keep getting back up. It is okay, and you're the only you that there is. Nobody can imitate you, nobody can be you, nobody can try to write like you, nobody can try to see like you. So keep walking in your footsteps because they're only yours. And there's no such thing as a mistake, it's just an experience.
Amazing. Wow. Well, I want to tell all of you, you definitely all have a story. This is story time with Shout Crystal, and that's what I do. I allow people to share their story. Tonight you came on and did your poetry. If you need a place to come and just tell your whole story, this is it. I mean, so come on back. And we'll make it happen for you. You definitely have a whole mission, Chrissy, with the domestic violence and everything. I used to work with Interact and different agencies. I'm very familiar with those, and that's one of my passions too. I still do kind of work a little bit with them. So reach out, reach out, reach out. So we thank you so much, Lene. We got through it. We got through this first one, and Marky Mark said, good job to all purchase. Get over it. He already purchased it. Good job. Good job. Thanks for the support there. So those of you that can, let's go out. Let's support. We'll put the links and everything back on the video when this is up on the YouTube channel for replay. If you have a channel, let me know because I could feature you on the channel so that it could go to your page as well. So share that with me and make sure you reach out to me. Elena, I thank you so much for us getting back going. Oh, we'll get all those little
Mm-hmm.
kinks worked out because that's what life is about. Working things out and pushing on. So Marky Mark, once again, we appreciate you guys. We're coming down to the end of the road. So we want to thank y'all for everything. Lene, did you have any other comment that you needed to share about any other events or anything?
No, ma'am. Just remember, you are awesome. You're the only you that there is. You are love. You are love. You are love. That's
Yeah,
all I got.
she said it. We showed it earlier. There it is. You are the only there. is. You are the only you there is, and you are all these things. And just that I am is powerful. So that affirmation is what you need to say to yourself every day. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Just wanted to show you one more thing. Tomorrow, I normally don't have a show, but tomorrow, closing out Black History Month, tomorrow, 8 o'clock, if you can, come on over. I have a story. I'm interviewing this young lady. Her son is 13 years old. He went to school. He made the basketball team, and he had an asthma attack and died. And tomorrow we're going to be interviewing her and letting his legacy continue. And we're going to have asthma awareness, and it's going to be really, really good. We're doing a tribute to him. So this will be 8 o'clock right back here on Storytime. All right, so I'd appreciate if you come back. Lene and I will be back next month on the 4th Thursday. We're coming back with the culture of the unspoken word once again. So we're coming back. We don't know who we're going to have, but you don't want to miss it. You want to come prepared with those words for the cipher. All right. And we will be right here. So make sure if you haven't, please make sure if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been real. We appreciate you. We're going to share a couple of things on the way out. Okay. So here we go. We want to say thank you so much. You've been watching Story Time with Shout Crystal. So make sure you subscribe. Special thanks to our guest, the Conqueror, Padlock, the Poet, and Dark Art M. Okay. It has been the culture of the unspoken word. And we want to thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next time. Make sure you do subscribe, like, share.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. This was amazing. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And we'll be in contact soon. Like Miss Crystal said, if you want to get more in depth of your story, definitely contact her and let her know. She has a whole show to where you can just unload more in depth about you and your purpose and your story and your poetry as well too. And like she said as well too, I do have open mics in person. If you want to come to, let me know. We're looking for features throughout the year. So and we're starting to get booked out. All right, let me know.
All right. Good night.
Yeah, we're starting to get booked out.
Definitely.
And you get paid $100.
A catalyst for change with the chance to thrive. Crystal is the one to stir up gifts and save lives. You get exposure, promotion, and marketing too. And advertise for business owners just like you. On Storytime, your interview is global. Virtual or in person, just come on the show. Yo, your story matters. Crystals will open the door. 40 years of experience, ready to give you more on Storytime. Get ready for Storytime. Hey!